Hi, it's Bridget. I'm going to show you the lessons for me today from my working with the oghams, which are these beautiful sticks, which are representative of trees. I use the Celtic Tree Oracle Guidebook and card deck to accompany these, but you get these on their own. These are called staves. They're sticks or branches from these 20 trees. And it's a beautiful system. The ogham is a beautiful system. I'm just so in love with this tree wisdom. It's so amazing. I can't tell you how grounding it's been for me. I've been working on it for, oh gosh, at least 5 weeks now. And every morning I get up and I pull one of them and I get to learn about that and what the information is for the day and how it's guiding me. So today, here's my oghams. There's like 20 of these, plus there's 5 additional ones that representative trees that represent the Welsh and Greek cultural influences. This is from the Celts here. I think it's like the British Isles, actually. Let's see. And so I pulled them out of the bag that I have them in, and then how they fall, like, see, this one's falling kind of this way, right? How they fall, I pay attention to how they fall and which ones are sticking out where. This side is usually the past. Something that's right straight in front of me is my present. And then if they're like, see how this one is like this? This was a bridge. This is exactly how it showed up in the first time I did this morning. I was pulling the staves, and this one came across like this. I'm like, oh, this is the bridge. So this is like what's next. This is the present, and then this is the past, a reflection of the past. And interesting thing, so you see these etchings on the bottoms or the tops of these trees. It gives an identifying marker of what they are. This is considered a pict, P-I-C-T-S. This is much like how on a rune stone you would see etchings like this, or maybe even in a cave, that kind of a thing. That's what these represent. They represent a letter, and in some cases a sound, and can be used to create poetry and words, etc., messages. So this one, because see how there's 4 here, there's 5 actually, sticking out to the right. I grabbed this one. This one came with this, right? These were like close together. And then when I was writing it down, I wrote it down as 4. So I decided that what I needed to do was I grabbed out this one too. This one did not come. This is a willow tree. This one did not come in the direct reading, but it came after because I noticed that, oh, gee, did I mean to write the 4 or did I need to write the 5? Do you see how close they are? And so I decided to grab this one out, and then I'll do some more reading about this one. I haven't done that yet. I'm just doing this part of the reading to show you. But the willow tree, I love willows, you guys. Willows are like my absolute favorite tree ever, and it happens to be my birth tree, which is really cool because the trees show up at different times of the year, and it's like there's a birth tree, just like a birthstone. So this guidebook is awesome because it just gives you a brief, quick information about the oghams, the particular tree that you've drawn and such. So so that's that. Yes. Oh, and you're also probably seeing these. These are from my Celtic Shaman. I just got these from a gift from a friend. The Celtic Shaman's Guidebook, of course. And this is interesting too. This is really kind of cool. I like this. This is my Merlin today. I got Merlin today. These were from yesterday. This is from today. But they fit nicely together. I like to see from a couple of days the perspective and like, whoa, what the picture is showing. Picture is worth 1,000 words, that's for sure. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about these and how this worked, or what I got from it. So of course I have my beautiful journal, which I will link below if you love it. Oh, you love it. This is my new one. Just started it recently. So we're going to start with the rowan right here, which is an awesome tree. It turns out this is an incredible business partner for me. This tree shows up over and over and over again for me, and it's because I just put it together today. Okay, you guys, I just got it through my thick skull today that it's literally for business. And it's about the now for me, and it connects to the totem animal of horse, which I love, which is very intuitive, very freeing your intuition. It feels very solid to me. I just love this tree. It's about intuition, protection, connecting to mystery and magic. And it is a great business guide. I wrote business buddy guide ? Like I literally wrote that in my journal, business buddy guide ? And then I said, yes, it actually says strengthening your business. Like I literally read it and then like 2 paragraphs later. It's funny. Like I love how that works. And that really got me super inspired this morning because you guys, business stuff is just like the structural part of it, the administration part of it, all the, like you have no idea how long it takes me personally. It might not take you that long, but it takes me forever to like send out the emails and schedule the Zoom stuff and follow up with people and the email back and forth correspondence just to schedule a session and all that. And yes, there's softwares that can do that. There's calendar programs and Acuity and all that. And I know because a year and a half ago, I researched them all. But I chose at that time not to go with any of them because I felt like it wasn't as personal as I wanted it to be. Well, now it turns out I'm spending a lot of my time in administration stuff and I need to create some other structures, right? I just need to do it. That's what businesses do, especially so you can grow, so you're not just stagnant and stuck at one level, you know. I have to be able to provide for my family. And so it's just been, it's the businessy part of it, the administration part has always been a challenging place for me to work in. And so, not that I can't do it, I can totally do it in my brain, but I don't want to mix my brain and my soul. It's tricky, right? It's really such a polarity there. So I'm going to utilize the Rowan's energy as inspiration to work toward that. And look at the picture, isn't it gorgeous? Look at the berries. Oh, I love the berries. Kind of reminds me of like holly berries a little bit. And the leaves and stuff. Very nice. All right, so that's what the present is, and that's right on, because that's exactly why I'm taking like 3 weeks off from private sessions so I can create stuff, because I love the creative stuff, but I also have to do the business parts, the structure, boring operations. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm such a tough student, aren't I, you guys? See, aren't you glad you're not my coach? All right, so then I got the ash tree, and the ash tree is super tall and skinny, feels super smooth. I like the feeling of this one, feels good to me. It's tall and skinny. And I got this ash, and it was related to the past, and how I know that was because it was off to the left. That's just how I'm reading this, you guys. Nobody told me how to do it like this. This is just my intuition teaching me what I've already known for many centuries. This is about the past. It's connected with Odin, who I work with often. I shouldn't say often. Odin is a very Nordic and Celtic type of a guide who is a shaman who's very third eye, super third eye guide. Oh my goodness, super third eye. And this particular tree is also connected to the Oracle of Delphi, which I personally am very connected to as well, which is in the Greece. And this is about the inner and outer worlds, the as above, so below kind of energy. So this reflects what's on the inside. So externally, looking back at the past, the stuff that was going on outside that was such a challenge or very difficult, the triggers were because there's something inside that's hooked onto. And it's easy to see that now when you look back at the past and have this reflection, this ability, this gift of time to look back on it, right? But really it's about, for me personally, it felt like unmet needs and recognizing that the discontentment that is outside is actually reflective of what is being felt inside or not being felt. So the deeply empathic energy needs to be realized within self, and it really is the key to heart-powered living. That's what I wrote about. I wrote about that. So, big deal. It's not just about following your heart, it's about recognizing the reason why people get under your skin so much is because there's part of you that is exactly like that you want to heal or fix or mend or love, that part of yourself. Hard to believe, I know. So this beautiful one, look at these berries. That is so cool. Look at the elderberries. And I just love this deep, deep, rich purple. It's just so pretty. The colors on this card, I really like it. I don't draw the cards. I use the ogham, the staves, and then I go and pull the cards just so I can have the visual because I'm very clairvoyant, as you well know, and I love the colors. So this tells me, hello, crown chakra. Lots of great purple energy there. And this tree's come up a few times, and actually the ash and the elder seem to come up often together as a balance. Very interesting. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I wrote about this. This is the bridge, remember? This was the bridge to what's next because it came like this. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. It's a bridge. It looks like a bridge. And it just so happens that it actually means, the elder actually means threshold or doorway. Wow, a threshold and a bridge? That's powerful. I always joke about this concept. I always say, I should have a website that's called The Bridge and the Door because that's my name. It's actually my name. You might not know that, but that's my name, my full real name, yes. And so a bridge and a doorway, I love this. And there were a couple of spirit guides that came right away with this one. There are Thoth, who's an Egyptian god. Aspect for me, he represents wisdom, writing things down, processing like I've been doing, documenting, and also vision. Ma'at, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Ma'at. She's also an Egyptian goddess. She's new to me. She's just introduced to me by the elder. I've just met her from connecting with this particular tree. She's about balance and discernment. Very nice. This elder is also connected to the crone aspect of the goddess, very wise and experienced, and Hecate, which is connected to the process of death or releasement. This is about renewal, transformation, regeneration. That word regeneration keeps coming up over and over again. It just came up in my Divine Woman group this week. Regeneration. We're the regeneration, you guys. We're the RE-generation. Regenerative, actually, is what it means. But the cauldron, deep in the belly, the death and the rebirth of cycles, the endings and the beginnings and the beginnings and the endings, the ancestors, the elders, the sages. This is the energy, and this is where we're at right now. This is the perfect time of year for that, especially with the daylight being so few hours of daylight and more hours of night. It helps us to be in that cauldron low in our belly and to really work through our own stuff. So I'm going to work with Ma'at, to balance with discernment as a tool, and they literally showed me an imagery. So then I got a psychic hit on this one. Clairvoyantly they showed me the imagery of discernment as a tool, like a blacksmith's hot poker, and that you can use discernment in these ways and it will dissipate. That which can't handle the transmutation of the heat will change its form and be revealed. That's not from any book, that's just for me here. And also I want to make mention to Hecate, which I don't know her very well. She's an Egyptian goddess as well, I guess, and helps with like the death and the rebirth, the cycles. Kind of feels a bit like Kali, maybe. Kali, I like her a lot. She's a Hindu goddess aspect I work with a lot. But Hecate, it specifically said that she helps with the healthy composting. And I love that because that's a little gentler than just burning things to the ground, which is kind of what I usually do. So I'm kind of liking that healthy composting vibration. So those are these ones. And then this one, this willow, is my birth tree, like I mentioned previously. I think I told you guys that in this video. And it came up because these are so close, and I was like, and I wrote it differently twice when I was doing my journaling. And so I thought, you know what? I think this means that there's two trees. So I am going to read about this one and maybe leave it for later in the day to get additional inspiration and input. So these again are the ogham. It's pronounced ogham, but it's spelled ogham, O-G-H-A-M. And I'm in love with these. They're very grounded energy, and it's really been a lesson for me to stay connected to nature, to be connected in my spirituality, and to continue to be very psychic as I am, but do so in a way that is really grounded, especially right now. We need that as I'm recording this in December of 2020. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and for letting me share with you my learnings. It's so wonderful to be able to get inspired and encouraged by learning new things and learning about different things. And this has been so grounding. I think I ordered these in October. I'm pretty sure I got them before Halloween. I'm pretty sure. I just love these. I have to look back. Every morning, literally every morning, every day, I have to do these. I just love it. Love it. All right. I hope I've inspired your spirit today. Make sure that you subscribe to Fairy Grasshoppers so that I know that you're part of the community, and I can feel your energy when I'm doing card readings and such for you all and sharing about intuitive topics. Thanks for watching.